Digitalization factory where we turn complex data into visual insights so people can make great decisions quickly. In this short presentation, we're going to focus on the 3D GIS, and in particular we're going to look at the 3D Viewer. And this is all about providing a 3D digital twin of the physical network, and that can include the existing network as well as future network, and it's all for powerful visualization and automation. Here, before we get into the 3D viewer, just want to connect the 2D and 3D worlds, and here we can see a small segment from another presentation we have on the site stamp tool, which is a tool for quite literally stamping sites on a 2D map like this and having them modeled and built automatically in the 3D view. In that presentation we explain how this particular structure is chosen, and it's to do with configurations, and we build as many configurations as a customer needs for different types of build, and so when you stamp you are telling the tool which build to stamp in that particular location. In that presentation we also touch on how you can go in the 3D view and you can alter the antenna alignments, which we're seeing there, the center beams. And right now we're going to jump over to the 3D viewer, and we're going to spend most of the time in that viewer. So here we are now in the 3D viewer, and in this presentation we're really just going to give you a flavor of the 3D viewer. We're not going to get too deep into the wide array of functions and tools that are in here. So here we can see really just the emphasis here is just on the environment and the rendering, and how it's quite a powerful way. Not only is it much more pleasant environment to work in, but it actually has a lot of very, very useful functionality, and the ability to see more accurately is very, very important. So for example, just going to show one example presentation here. As we look around this environment, we can turn on certain visualizations on this antenna. So I'm just going to move behind the antenna, and really all I want to show you here is that we have the ability to turn on different parameters of the equipment, and we can alter the equipment, and we can see real-time adjustments for those particular the real-time impact of those particular adjustments. So that's really it for this presentation. There's so much more we could show inside this 3D tool, which we will do in separate visualizations. We'll talk about building out sites in 3D, connecting to the drawing editor, automations and connectivity to the workflow, as well as many other amazing features inside the 3D. Before we wrap up, just want to connect with the Digitalization factory and just to try and piece this together for you. So the Digitalization factory is all about connecting the 3D GIS data, and it's about also acquisition, design, construction, ADC, management tools, so creation of sites, and the digital twin of the physical network is very much about moving sites through their process. The other aspect we want to talk about is workflow automation, and in separate presentations we'll get into depth on the workflow automation. So the digital factory is very much about a reference to the fact that we're building a parallel digital twin, and we're using the digitalization to create automations and workflow to advance each of the entities in sites through their process. We've already talked briefly about the GIS and the 3D tool. And then some other aspects to note. One is the document repository. As these sites and entities are moved through their process to closure, we store the documents and reports and drawings and all of those things, including 360 panoramics, which we'll cover in another video. And all of that is stored on the platform, so it's accessible for everyone on the team. The drawing editor, we mentioned that a moment ago, is a powerful tool where you can build drawings on the system inside the factory without needing to revert to AutoCAD. You can use AutoCAD for certain aspects, of course, but it allows for drawings to be produced semi-automatically, and the drawings are managed within the platform, meaning that you don't need to distribute them. They can be distributed automatically or notified automatically from the system, and that is the repository for drawings. So all those issues around document or drawing management disappear because it's all handled through the Digitalization factory. Finally, just to bring this home to full life cycle, as sites go through some form of deployment activity, ultimately they end up in operations, and the data and the information that's been gathered throughout that process is quite invaluable for the operations activities, for both the optimization and also for operations, including workflow activities in the operations. So finally, just want to say, if you would like to have a demo, then if you send an email to ray.henry@ambiflo.com. Thank you for now, and talk to you again. Bye bye.